Another one here, huh? This is one of the many Runeterra decks you can find up on my website, jeffhoagland.com, if you're looking for some sweet off-meta things. And it got a little bit of an upgrade. So, Mina Swiftfoot was a card that we started out with last time and ended up cutting them. And she got a really big buff this patch. Like, not only did her stat line go up, but getting quick attack on an attack total this high is a really big deal. Like, recalling 3 enemies not only resets things like Field Rush and generates some board tempo, but this is a real finisher now. She notably clears most of Yasuo's level up text for you. So Yasuo, one of our 2 champions, when you've stunned or recalled 5 units, he levels up. And then his leveled mode strikes units when you stun or recall them, which means if you have leveled Yasuo out and you play Mina Swiftfoot, you get to kill 3 things that have 5 toughness or less, which is really sweet. So one of the reasons I enjoyed this deck last time we played it is that unlike a lot of Yasuo decks, this deck isn't playing a bunch of kind of mediocre cards just to stun and recall things. So Leona, our second champion, synergizes nicely with Yasuo in providing stuns, and then her leveled mode can provide multiple stuns, leveling up Yasuo completely on her own potentially with a lot of other Daybreak stuff. And then Leona's kind of Daybreak package lower on our curve really lets our deck survive against aggressive decks. With things like Solari Soldier and Solari Shield Bearer, we have a lot of good early plays that allow us to play to the board and block meaningfully inside of combat. Does Mina go on the stack? She does. So the easiest way to know if something goes on the stack here, this little circle says this is a skill that allows enemy reaction. So when you're looking at a Runeterra card, anything that has this little circle on it tells you that this is something that uses the stack, so it can be denied or it can be responded to. So good, clean, clear communication there in client for us. Something I'm trying out that we didn't try last time is I drug down the curve a little bit by adding some mountain goats to the deck, because I figured if we were going to add some more top end, I wanted some more bottom end to be able to play cheap things consistently. Another card that got some questions last time that actually ended up being really impressive was Navori Conspirator here. So this recalls an ally when it comes into play, and this is very good at re-triggering our Daybreak and Enters play effects, and it's also very good with Concussive Palm, because Tail of the Dragon says, when I'm recalled, turn me back into Concussive Palm. So Palm plus Conspirator basically gives you 3 of the 5 things you need towards leveling Yasuo. Yeah, Conspirator was a card that really impressed me last time. Let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this, and hopefully we have another good set with it. This was one of the highlights when we played it last time. I threw it up on the website. It was a lot of fun and felt reasonably powerful. Do I have my 3 decks picked out for the gauntlet yet this weekend? I do not yet, Coach Bird. I need to talk to Christy and find out if she'd like me to do Saturday or Sunday morning. Expect a Lucy and Hecarim deck shortly, and it's been almost 2 years. Thank you for the 22 months, Prof. Bob. And thank you for the very generous tier 3. I'm super excited. I thought of you when they buffed Lucy into the patch today. I was like, we're gonna get another Lucian deck. Lucian Hecarim. He's really sweet with ephemerals. I'm gonna keep the Concussive Palm and the Goat here against Scouts. I'm gonna mulligan these, looking for other cheap things that play to the board. That's true too. If you have a best of 3 lineup, I'm planning to play a number of gauntlets this weekend with a number of viewer submissions in addition to a lineup that I pick out for one. And I've got room for 1 more best of 3 submission lineup this weekend. Valor, sure. We'll get a best of 3 ladder at some point. I think that will entirely depend on what player-based feedback looks like. So if you're someone that wants best of 3 to be a game mode that's available more often, I would definitely let Riot know that on social media, and more importantly, play the game mode this weekend. You can play more than 1 gauntlet. I'm sure if the numbers reflect that it's something people want, we'll get more of it. I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and stun her here. Just stop her from getting an attack in. open attacks here before they can play something else out. I highly doubt they want to block this. Yes, yeah, the best of 3 is pick ban. So it's the pick 3 decks in your lineup, and then you have to win a game with both of your remaining 2 instead of just one of the remaining 2. So it's the same format as the last pick ban, except you play 2 best of 3. Let me just go ahead and Priestess here. Would love a Meteor Shower. Deal 4 in 1 sounds great on this board. I'll also be taking lineups for next weekend as well for best of 3. So I'm planning to have enough stream time to do 3 extra gauntlet lineups this weekend, and I'll do 3 more the following weekend. So I think I Meteor Shower her and this, because if I do Quinn and this and they Rangers resolve me, I get blown way out. So Empire for Hire, thanks for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Just a normal deck submission price box. Yep.
You'll pay. Still heart, steady aim.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree with that in general. Press a pick. And in general, she's scarier.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
I think I want to just Day Spear here as a fat bottom. Blocks a little better than Yasuo.
Daylight surrounds you.
I'm gonna pass. Relentless Pursuit would have been very scary there, you're not wrong.
Fortune favors the bold.
Do I just concussive palm this Genevieve now? It's a shame we don't have one more mana. If we had one more mana, we could, like, Conspirator pick this up. Or play this. Gosh, if we could do this and silence kill this, it'd be so sick. The percentage is the same for me on all of those, Lanik. So I get 70% of any money that people pay to Twitch, basically. I think I just play Solari Soldier here. And then I'm gonna chump block her with this. She's gonna level on their next attack is the problem.
Love ya. Don't let them reinforce.
Pro players? I mean, I think saying they're previous pro players isn't super accurate either, right? Because, like, the most popular Magic streamer has no previous professional background. Palm costs 4.
Still heart, steady aim. My steel is yours.
Thanks, Sir Lanik.
No one escapes my aim. Fly swiftly.
Yeah, but I mean, all of those people are MPL avid, so, like, your position kind of doesn't make sense.
Press on. No.
I think we play Yasuo here, and then we play Dial-up dragon next turn is the plan.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Super dead to a rally. This card is super fucked. Yikes.
Still hard.
Always believed in second chance.
Never not dead to rally. Yep, yeah, that rally leveled misfortune, so this is what it is. Remember when it used to be fast? Yeah, they knew what they were doing when they changed the speed on that one. Mono Lucian. Hey, let's mulligan our expensive cards and keep our cheap ones that play to the board here.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Oh, hello there.
Devotion to battle.
Confine and contain.
My faith protects me.
So we haven't seen what this made ephemeral yet.
Looking for a daring escape.
I'm gonna pick this back up. Lets me deploy it as a fat blocker next turn again. Get to crack in with my elusive here to start. And then if they open attacks, we can Gusset Palm inside of combat, which is nice. Bringing this back to our hand also means if we draw Leona, we're ready to level her up because we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 Daybreaks.
Everyone's a garden.
I know a way.
It's not a terrible pickup. All right, we take those, I guess. Those count towards the ladder rank all the same, chat fam. Yeah, I was watching Swim this afternoon before I went live. That deck, I mean, even before the Lucian buff, that archetype always felt like what I would describe as a 2 or 10 deck, where it either did what it wanted to do or it did nothing and it died. I think we full mulligan here looking for cheap Daybreak stuff. I think trying to find a Leona curve is our best thing to do in this matchup. Alright, well, I mean, we found some of what we're looking for, and we've got some top end for later.
Punish transgressions.
Yeah, it's definitely neat when it goes off for sure. The question is, and Swim's a really good deck builder, right? Like, I heard Swim say at multiple points, he's like, the key to making this deck good is figuring out what does it look like when you're not doing the thing. Because the thing is obviously good. His hand working out real nice here.
Devotion through battle.
Just like we drew it up, chat.
Looking for a daring escape.
Noise.
By his torches.
First light illuminates the land. Behold Behold the sun's holy light.
You got a brittle steel here, or are we gonna trade? They only have two mana here, so they can't flash freeze this. Sure. So make a fine exchange for us.
Warriors of the Raharat, our time is now.
Warriors of the Raha, their time is now. Alright, and it's looking like we're gonna have enough time to get to our fatty booms at the top end of our curve. Leona's gonna buy us a lot of time. I will bet that our turn's gonna be fairly stunning, chat. Our next couple of turns are going to be pretty stunning.
Daylight is unrelenting, but not eternal. Bow to no one. We will not suffer unbelief.
They will not escape punishment.
Oh, you know what? I should have Zenith bladed her. That's what I should have done. Should have Zenith bladed her, so that way, because that meant this couldn't have done that. What do I want to do? So I could do this and then Morning Light next turn to start. I think I like that. So these all get bigger. We put 2 stuns on the stack. Blade Twirler gets up to a 7/5.
Underestimate. I dare you.
I dare you. Harsh, but fair. We, like, kind of end up ahead on that exchange. It was basically a 1-for-1, but this drew us a card. So, like, it wasn't a strict 1-for-1. Huh? I'm in for written stars. I should have blocked with the 2/2. Yeah. You are correct. I should be 2 light fire. That is an accurate statement.
Maybe I do have a future. Sleep is for the guiltless. Set him up. We'll knock him down.
Okay.
Where'd you learn that?
Underestimate. I dare you.
I probably should have sent this one back to their hands here too, right? It's probably wrong. Okay, yep. Really, really crazy game so far. Hey, that's why we kept the tail of the dragon over the other 3 too.
You own what you take. We own all we see.
Time for a leap of faith.
Do we bounce Mina? No, I'm just gonna stun their thing.
The world awaits!
Chat, we're gonna get to give this one over.
Show them the might of Noxus!
That's true. There is danger to putting this back in their hand.
Here's our chance.
I need just a moment.
Their Ember Cleave is sorcery speed. Is this a failure of game design? Asking the real questions.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Yeah, but then they would have hooked my card with something else, right? I don't know that we're in a position to win this game, huh? I guess they might not have a frostbite. Do we bash into Blade Twirler and swing? Yeah, we can just proactive Bastion, can't we? That's probably the play, right?
Strike while the planets align. Yeah. Like a gale through the valley.
Yeah, now they need double flash freeze. They already played 2 flash freezes this game, right?
Bar the doors!
Maybe I should have attacked with more there. Nah, they have an 8-6.
My aim is true. Faster than my arrow? I think not.
So the problem is they have a ton of things that kill this, right? Like both of these kill this. Yeah, do I just stun the challengers and then take 12? I think that's the play, right? Is stun the challengers and then hope this kills them next turn.
Free and lonesome as a summer breeze.
So young, so careless.
It's a shame we didn't have our second Swift foot there. Second Swiss boat would have been great.
To victory!
Show me a target. Ride onward.
Do not interfere.
They might still be dead to the elusive. That is correct.
Gaze into the light.
1 foot grounded.
I've got one Yone split with the, I've got one Yone split with 2 Minas. Maybe I should just have 3 Minas in the deck now with her boost team. Yeah, we have to open on attacks next turn. So stunned Ash so she couldn't frostbite. Yeah, that would have been better, I guess, wouldn't it? If we had stunned Ash. If we had stunned Ash, the second wolf wouldn't have done it. I could have stunned Ash and stunned the 6/2. Yeah, that's probably the line. Yeah, that's a better, that would have kept the Blade Twirler alive. Yeah, I like that. I like that suggestion. So a lot of back and forth there in decision points. Possible our deck's slightly misbuilt by not just playing 3 of the 9 drops. I don't know, 3 9s is a lot, especially with Dial Up Dragon 2. Mulliganing everything that costs more than 2 here, that's not a proactive play. Perfect. This is definitely a matchup where Yone's much better, right?
Unyielding light.
If he had a freezing spell, the Fae would have died too. The Fae had a Bastion on it, so that's not true.
The sunbrock got me good.
Am I willing to trade my goat for this? Yeah, probably.
The wait's out. I'm innocent.
I think especially with the shield bearer in hand, I'm going to play this out here so I'm as wide as possible to make their open attacks less appealing. And then if they don't open attack, I get to drop this down. It's not a terrible draw either.
The finest battlecaster in Noxus steps up!
Fall, heretic.
Going to 11. I would like 1 lifesteal, please. Rats. Can I take this as curve filler? This means I can play a 5 next turn and then go 2-4 the following turn.
Our strength is forever at its zenith.
Blessed
Sure.
daylight surrounds me.
Really need a concussive bomb. I'm gonna gem here so that way this can eat these without fear of dying to Spinning Axe. Yeah, discard aggro is strictly better with the buff that they added.
I stand for Noxus.
I gotta work with this joker.
Clad in shining sunlight. We will not suffer unbelief.
They will not escape punishment.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
We had a slightly above average turn there.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings.
For people.
You should try blinking sometime.
Only I can quell the wind.
I stand for Noxus!
I gotta work with this joker.
Putting study into practice.
Do not interfere.
Back, heretic.
No mercy for heretics.
What was the rationale for that pass? I got to burn their mana.
We're cooking.
I wanted to burn their mana. Heyo! Alright, can you level Jinx in response here? Because if not... Goodbye, friends! Wreck it!
Just you and me, fishbones.
And them. They are not dead. Their deck has a lot of reach in it,
I
chat.
stand for Noxus!
I gotta work with this joker.
Each journey is a discovery.
I wanted you a little bit earlier. I suspect we're gonna see a level Jinx here.
Time for the moneymakers.
I'll give you to the counter. Like that.
What's the worst that could happen?
Do I want to save that? I don't think so. I think I want to just drop the Golden Sister here. This means we're less likely to die inside of combat with the lifesteal.
Daylight star will rule the skies.
But my experiment.
Smile. It's called gunplay. 1 foot grounded.
You cannot sway me.
Is this what you seek? You are beneath me.
Unbeliever!
Yes, if my opponent empties this hand, they can get another rocket. Which they cannot. Noise? Noise? You love to see it, champ. Trundle Tryndamere, freshly nerfed. So Mina is really good against Feel the Rush, but I don't think it's good enough to keep it. I don't think it's good enough to keep it on the open. I'm gonna keep Goat and Mulligan the rest. Yeah, Jinx can generate a rocket the turn you play her now. I just like the 9-drop actually beats them up with kicks and punches. I mean, you know, Runeterra's great at those details. Real good at it. So we'll play Solari Soldier here, and then we'll Pale Cascade the Goat when they avalanche us. Okay, they can no longer avalanche, so we'll play this out for an extra point, I think. Playing this out does mean they could Bile Feast this to prevent me from attacking in with it, but that's fine. Do I let that prevent me? Nah, I'm gonna trade it.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall?
Think I gem this and then attack.
Some things never dull.
So they tapped off of Ruination mana. So I think I'm going to do this to try and kill the stones here. Yeah, Kenix, a big part of why Donald Trump hasn't conceded an election that he's lost yet is because he's trying to grift extra money out of his supporters. Anybody who hasn't figured out he's a con man at this point, they're his mark.
Easy.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Another reason why he hasn't. What does grift mean? It means con. A grifter is a con man. Another reason he hasn't conceded yet is if he concedes the election, they're worried that it will make his base sad and they won't turn up for the Georgia Senate runoff on January 5th. So I don't expect Trump to concede if he even does at all until after that runoff election happens. They want to keep their angry base highly energized so that way they can try and not lose the Senate. And Donald Trump is the Republican Party at this point. 50 some odd Republican senators voted to defend that man. They had a chance to not make the RNC and GOP Trump's party. They decided that they'd rather be that. The GOP is Trumpism at this point. Alright, I have 9 mana total here, so if this finds a exile spell, we get to get rid of that. Nailed it.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Oh, I could have also just done this, huh? Does this work too? This works too, right? That's fine. It's always sunny in Hoaglandia, chat. It's not a big deal. Things that is not. Feel the rush. What's the eye hockey? You have to mouse over it. Also, apparently, the eye is going to work in spectator mode. Which is sick. Sounds real good. Being able to be a caster, like, I imagine they're going to use spectator mode for casting events, right? So can you imagine if you were a caster and you could, like, mouse over the eye to find out what's going to happen? Like, that'll be insane. Okay, I think we keep these to try and have an aggressive Leona start. Perfect. Where's my Leona at? Coney, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome to Hoaglandia.
Bless the faithful
And see ya, the heretics.
Devotion to battle.
My faith protects me.
MTG Melee has expressed that they intend to expand to Runeterra at some point, but Riot's also mentioned that one of their goals is, once they have in-client tournament mode fully done, they intend to let third-party tournament organizers use the in-client tournament mode. So, like, it would be sick if I could just, like, create a tournament in client, right? And I would bet based on how Riot supports their creators that they'll just like, hey Riot, I want to run a giant tournament with coverage. Can I have coins for prizes? Like, I bet that that's a thing that will be able to happen. I think we just take this to fill our curve out, right? We don't have a 4 right now. They let third-party organizers access tournament servers for League of Legends. Perfect. Was that a good draw, chat? If so, why? Please explain. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I should have known that she was coming.
The dawn has arrived. With its light, the Solari behold the divine power of the sun.
The divine power of the sun. I'm gonna take a somewhat controversial stance. I don't think wishing Donald Trump dies is necessarily a bad thing. But Jeff, don't wish evil on anybody. Donald Trump is directly responsible for the death and suffering of hundreds of thousands or potentially even millions of people at this point. He can fuck off and die.
Follow you to the edge of daybreak.
I know there's a lot of people out there that want to take the high road and say that you should never say that about anybody, but he has not earned my compassion. See, so Deny isn't very good against aggressive decks because it's not a resource efficient trade. So like spending 4 mana to counter 1, 2, and 3 mana burn spells against aggro is not a good rate for you. I think Bastion does that a little bit better. Nopeify could be okay. So we're playing 2 copies of Bastion, and I prefer Bastion in those matchups because not only can it protect your threats, but it makes them larger too, right? Which I think is important. Is it crazy to just palm this here so that way they don't lifesteal? And then like next turn I can go thing, stun some stuff? I think I'm into that. close are we to the deep? A jettison away?
May our light shine forever.
Now, if they have another big threat here, we're not going to get to stun this, which is a little awkward, but that's fine. It'll be okay. Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, plus a Vile Piece, maybe? Okay. Alright, so we're definitely not killing them this turn. Got it.
In the light's radiance.
Now, what do I want to do? We just play this
Ours is the one true light.
and just smack them still. We definitely want to end this game. And then we have 8 mana next turn, so next turn we can dial up Dragon, stun 2 things, and then untap and have a really good open attacks. Assuming they don't hold up Ruination mana, that is. Now, chat, don't bicker over which piece of pond scum is the scummiest. You can hate them all equally, I promise.
Give me the stuff! Stuff makes happy!
Yeah, what Lambton said is what I tend to believe. They all have the same lack of integrity. Mitch is just the face of evil because his Senate seat is very safe.
Danger paid. Here's a big one.
Wow! Is that the best draw in their deck or what? Or the best pull from this? If they can play it out here. Super unfortunate. So what are we doing here? They're not... Are they dead to open attacks? They're technically dead to open attacks. It's just like our open attacks loses to a stiff breeze. I guess I have this technically. Yeah, do we just like try and push for lethal open and then like if they stop it, I have dial up dragon still? Yeah, I think we just do that. Yeah, Ruination could be a thing.
Fish out of water.
Yeah, we have Hearthstone lethal here. And we beat a Vile Feast. We don't beat a whale though, right? If I Pale Cascade here, they're going to 13. I think I'm gonna Pale Cascade here to clear their thing. So it is no longer sunny, which is sad, so I can't play this out this turn and get value. So we'll start with Traveler. They're great. If you want my full thoughts on the patch notes, you can find it on my YouTube channel here. Ooh. I think they're just lovely.
I've become who I was always meant to be.
I follow only one path, my own.
Yasuo with Dial Up Dragon's really great, because it means if they eventually kill this, he'll have cleared out whatever he was locking down, which is nice. Doing well, Danon. Runeterra dropped a patch today that was stellar, like most of their patches. Quite lovely. Got our dial-up dragons, and we're ready to go. Bye, friends. I'm glad this deck's felt good again. I like the changes we made. I'm probably going to update the list on my website to be this exact 40. Definitely been a sweet set. BCW. Thanks, Dannon. Yeah, they're good stuff. I've got a number of their long boxes. Trundlemere, eh? I think we're full mulliganing here looking for Daybreak stuff. I think you basically always take Falling Comet in this matchup. Having a way to just cleanly one-for-one their stuff, it's really good. I should not have attacked here. I should have passed. They're going to get to play their stupid Catalyst. This is a huge mistake. Huge mistake. My opponent messed up by passing. They should have just played it. Then I was a bigger idiot and attacked. So I should not have given them the chance to do that.
The trolls are going to war!
I deserve to lose this game because of that. It's about easy. The opponent's deck is very good, but I do think on average our deck is ahead in this matchup. I think that is an accurate statement.
My spirit shines.
Especially the couple copies of Mina now. So it depends on how good you think your opponent is, but it's also like a risk to reward calculation. So like the upside of attacking for 1 is very small, and the downside of them having the ramp spell is huge. So even if you think your opponent is bad, no, like the risk to reward isn't worthwhile ever in that situation. It's payoff. It's a pure payoff versus downside calculation.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
I mean, regardless of which outcome you end up with, like, the answer is I shouldn't have done what I've done. I should have just passed. I think we just go into Yasuo and then open attacks next turn.
Witness glory.
Raise your weapon, Sunwind.
Gonna trigger my Daybreak there. It lets you replay your Daybreak cards, and it lets you pick back up your Concussive Palms to play them again. So if they feel the rush here, I can Leona stun one of them, and then we get to untap and Swiftfoot. I played the Ascension deck of the game. Yes. Ascension is one of the many games that you can see on the shelves behind me.
sunlight lines.
Yasuo gives him a little tickle here.
I'll knock 'em dead.
And you get a tickle, and you get a tickle. Everybody gets a tickle. Alright, so now the question is, do I want to play around Bashed or Ruination? I think I do. So I think I Bastion Leona proactively here. Nice, Dannon.
Feet were made for roaming and chicken.
Set them up. We'll knock them down.
I assume this pause here is my opponent emoting a bunch before they ruinate us. Oh yeah, and one of them just goes away, right? Because of the number of cards in their hand. And she does at least reset Trundle, which is nice. Yep, so this is what I played around by Bastioning last turn. So I Bastion proactively because I knew I wouldn't have enough mana to play one in response to Ruination here. I wanted to keep her around. Keep the pressure up. That's a phenomenal draw. Maybe this is a soft pass. I'm gonna take the Traveler because I would like to find a bigger thing to invoke for,
The sun's
like the 10 mana burst or whatever. Leading on this plays around a second Ruination. Shouldn't that be 5 out of 5? I recalled 2 things. That's the 3rd thing I've stunned, right? Right? She's stunned twice now, and I Steel Tempest. Oh, it didn't count the recall because it got obliterated. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
I've become who I was always meant to be.
Oh, this is bad. I was thinking I forgot this was vulnerable. I technically have open attack lethal next turn, right?
One true light.
Bastion. Bastion!
Keep searching.
Yep. At least took all their mana for the turn.
May our light shine forever.
Please play this.
Feet were made for roaming and chicken.
Am I gemming a friend here? I think I am. Are we the beatdown of this matchup? I don't know. Do I want to gem somebody here? Honestly, not sure. What is gemming someone play around? If I gem one of these two, I beat Vengeance plus Vile Feast. Right? Because they'll Vengeance this and then Vile Feast to gain 1 up to 9, and this will still be 9.
Trust your heart.
Ten cards in hand, and nothing you can do about it. Mina was very good there. Yep. Yeah. If you're just joining us this evening, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Awesome to see almost 300 people in here on a Wednesday night. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I do a ton of Legends of Runeterra. If you think this deck is sweet and you haven't seen it before, this is one of the many awesome off-meta decks that you can find up on my website. Go to jeffhoagland.com, click Runeterra decks. Unlike sites like Mobalytics or like Swim's page where they're kind of dedicated tiered lists, my goal is to keep kind of off-meta decks up there that I think are fun and reasonably competitive. You can not only find my current deck list of things up there, but also videos of me playing those decks in highlights. This one's been a lot of fun. Both times we've played it. Misfortune Quinn. We mulligan everything but the Concussive Palm here. Again, really just want those Daybreaks or Goats to start. I might might be dead here. Hands a little clunky. I might want a third goat over...
Nothing like a
I might want a third goat over the third conspirator. I feel like I want one more cheap proactive play.
Think you're fast?
This was a good draw though, because my turn 3 can be this plus a block. Yes, there have been some Trundle Tryndamere decks that are playing Iona to win the mirror, basically.
Now who's got the upper hand?
The dead don't need riches.
Your attack is obvious.
They have the +2/+2 card, right? So I'm gonna take the hit. That's what that attack means.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall?
The ocean whispers her secrets. Blessed is motion.
I alone decide my fate.
And now I'm blocking into the potential +2/+2 here because I have the Concussive Palm.
The power of the immortal sun. Bask in the light's radiance.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
Okay, so they're gonna hook this
As I hypothesized.
and finish him off that way. Sure.
Want to see these moves up close?
I think we're just on full defense here. I basically just need to survive to get to these Mind Splinters at this point. Yeah, this trade is good for us, I think.
My right.
Really far off of leveling her. We've not had a lot of Daybreak stuff this game.
My faith protects me.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, definitely just burning mana here.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Yeah, I suppose the Solari Priestess there.
There's nothing here. It's beautiful, isn't it?
We're going to deploy Dial-Up Dragon next turn, which is great.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
mind bastioning her? I like have another one already. Yeah, I'm gonna bastion her. Dial up dragon giving this 4 attack every turn is like also kind of the stones. This is a viewer-list reminder. This was originally a viewer submission that this is the second time we've played it now. So there's something close to this up on my website, and I'm going to update it to be whatever list we finish on tonight after I sign off. This one's a lot of fun, though.
I'll defend these forests to the end.
Alright, if they have a rally, they could be in this game still. Okay. That's what they needed.
These woods belong to us. Last light. Hold nothing back. Scouting ahead. Where valor goes, victory follows. Fly swiftly, kill swiftly.
You cannot win.
You cannot sway me.
Definitely want to block here. Alright, they made it out from under that dial-up dragon.
Face me.
Easy attacks in here now. Yeah, we have a second, though. And they don't have a great attack with this unless they have a way to pump it.
The ocean charts our course.
Raise your weapon, Sunwind.
I don't really want to play this out because it just gets hooked by the Valor, so I think I'd rather play another cheaper thing out.
It's our time to shine, Valor.
I see everything.
Oh, it's on.
Again, I think especially with these cards in my hand, I am favored as this match goes long. So I'm just deploying. I'm doing everything I can to kind of stall here. And now if they attack in with these again, Valor will hook this. This will get to block and trade here. We're going to take 7 down to 7.
Cunning thresher geese.
But I've got these 2 next turn rolled up, which is nice. So we're going to 7, but their Arctic doesn't have a ton of traditional reach. Another Quinn could maybe get them out of it, but, like, this is going to start being stunned by this, and this is going to kill them very quickly.
Valor, to me.
Yeah, the Scout's deck is really sweet.
For heretics.
You know, I suppose... Is it crazy to take the bigger hit here? And just because these are both on here, right? Is it crazy to go to 3 and leave both of these stunned? Is that too greedy? Because then they can't play another Quinn, right?
Something to keep us moving.
May our light shine forever.
I'll burn for what I've done.
Yeah, they have slightly more Bilgewater cards. They're probably not playing Bannermen. The more stock build plays Bannermen.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
You go either way on that one.
Battle.
Whoa! Hey! What could have been?
There's always a way out.
Something to keep us moving.
Well, I have the Sun card to kill an Elmart. let's do one more with this before we call it a night. We played against Jinx Draven with this build. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the. Oh, I wanted to add one more goat in. Dude, I'm pretty sure that was in the highlight from last time we played it. I think Conspirator's been fine, but goat's been good, and I want one more 2-drop I can play proactively. So I think I want one extra goat. Oh yeah, if you're a Twitch sub, I haven't mentioned it yet. The November sub survey is out. It was emailed to your Twitch accounts, or you can find it linked in the announcements channel on the Discord server. I have a good Ezreal deck, not offhand, Ares. It's not something I've played today. Pretty sure I mulligan Twirler here too with the Solari Shieldbearer rolled up. Just looking for more Daybreak cards to maximize Leona. Perfect. This is another great card when we don't have a 1-drop, because Concussive Palm can play on 3 if we don't play on 1, so we can go 2 into 3.
My shield is yours. Unyielding light.
Yeah, so you can click the number on the card to add it.
My steel is yours.
I feel like the Runeterra tutorial needs to tell people that more, because people are always constantly amazed when that's the thing that I do on stream. They're like, oh, you can click the number. Golden Sister sounds lovely against the aggro deck. Would love a lifesteal dork.
Looking for trouble? It found you. Protect and strike. Guns blazing. Believe or burn.
Just do this. Chance to eat misfortune. Can't pass up. Yes, Elpanda. If there's not a deck list, usually that means Jeff, play your preferred thing.
Daylight everlasting.
Come in handy later. If they don't open attacks next turn, I have Shield Bearer into Concussive Palm, which is nice. Like to bump that one. Sounds good, Alfenda. We'll get that bumped up after the stream tonight.
Slow down, will you?
Slow down, will you? Gnawthorn, thank you for the 3rd of your support. I really appreciate that, Prime. Welcome back.
Mobs.
This attack's not great if they have another +2/+2. The Scouts deck's one of the best decks in the format. The Demacia aggressive decks are definitely one of the more popular things. And they notably did not get nerfed in the update today, so... Whereas the other more popular deck did get something toned down. I was actually kind of surprised they didn't touch anything in this archetype. Opponent's username is certainly something. Do you have a problem with Big Nipple Daddy Slampton? Are you letting us know something about yourself? We don't kink shame here, okay? And the question is, will I open attacks on this or not? Do they have an Elm Heart? No Elm Heart is great. Alright, so I think with this open, we just Concussive Palm to start, right? It's like easy palm your Scout. This means I can't play this with Daybreak, but that... Oh, I can still, right? Because of this. Good beats, good beats. Always sunny in Hoaglandia, chat. Alright, so we have 7 mana next turn, which means we can play this out.
Fall to our standard.
You cannot sway me. Love ya.
So they threw that away to deal 1 point and get a level up trigger on Misfortune here, obviously. Gosh, is it worth just blasting their Misfortune off the face of the earth here? Like, this is at 2. I feel like the way we lose this game is that leveling up, right? Like, can I lose a game here where this doesn't level? I feel like the answer's probably no.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, but like, so, even if they have another Misfortune here, she won't be at I've seen 2 attacks, which is the important part.
Nothing.
So, like, Misfortune won't level next turn for them,
You best start.
is the key. They Quinn into Rally. Yeah, Quinn into Rally would be gross, so naturally they have a Rally here.
Time to get rowdy.
Still heart, steady aim.
Oh, heretic!
This is fine.
No!
And I think there's a good chance if I pass there, they just pass the turn, and then I'm not in a good spot. I think we're fine. Leveled Quinn is less damning than leveled Misfortune.
It's our time to shine, Valor. My steel is yours.
You cannot win.
Man, that's brutal. So we're just dead now, right?
Press on. I'll do this in time.
I could draw a Concussive Palm.
The quiet of the woods. There's nothing like it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
The light of my star warms the heavens.
Scouting ahead.
You are beneath me.
Oh, I'm still dead, right? Because of the stupid because she's gonna level here. Yeah, we're still dead. Because of the +1/+1 on this card. So, this levels when she attacks, and then when she levels, she summons a Quinn, or a Valor. The Valor challenge is my biggest thing.
Victory follows. It's our time to shine, Valor.
I don't know, there was a lot we could do there. I'm happy-ish with where we ended up. I might want one more piece. I want like one more cheap card in here for the aggressive matchup. Blade Twirler's been kind of hit or miss, and the fact that you can't play it proactively on curve feels a little bit bad. Like, it's not amazing against the aggro deck. It's fine, but like not amazing. Maybe Pale Cascade. Pale Cascade's been only okay. This card's like hard-ish to trigger Nightfall on consistently because we don't have a lot of cheap stuff. Maybe that's the one. Like, this is better against aggro than Pale Cascade is a lot of time. We just play like a single copy of like actual Steel Tempest in the deck. I think that's probably reasonable. I think I'm gonna end here and throw this one up on the website. So that was reasonable overall. We had a decent record. The deck felt competitive in a lot of places. A couple of the losses that we had were really close, and I definitely made a couple of small mistakes in them. So if you're looking for a sweet build, it's definitely the best Yasuo archetype that I've played. If you're new to the channel, thanks for hanging out tonight. Be sure to give the channel a follow, as well as check out my YouTube. I post a highlight there every single day of one of the better decks that we play. Live on stream, I play 2 different constructed decks that are largely viewer submissions. If you'd like to submit your own deck to be played on stream at some point in the future, you can check that out on my website as well. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the evening. I will be back again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, approximately 12 hours from now. Everybody stay safe out there wherever you're at in the world, and hopefully I'll see some of you more in the morning. Have a good night, folks.